Okay, TLDR. You should take these 4 points, starting with this, then this, then this. This is my current atlas tree. You can change it, so you drop these 4 points, these 2 points, and these 2 points here. And the way you should do rituals is to always defer until the very last refresh and buy whatever you can on the last refresh page. Now, to explain what I mean, this is the ritual tree. So obviously we want this point here and then this point here. This gives us the chance for omens and audiences. In my experience, I would say I get an audience every 25 maps or so. Maybe less, maybe 20. And that's with 2 refreshes every single time. And to get 2 refreshes, what I do is I take right point here for 2 refresh and cheaper refresh, and also left point here. This is probably the most underrated node in Ritual Tree. So what this does is that it makes Tribute Refresh cost 50% reduced, and this stacks additively with other things such as your Ritual Tablets, and it can make a huge difference on the price. So ignoring tablets aside, this makes it so when you do a deferral, it actually becomes cheaper to defer than to buy it. So the strategy then becomes to always defer, because over time you're paying less tribute. And because you can always defer, when you refresh, you get to save your points until the last refresh. And then you can check the last shop. Nothing's there. Then you can buy out whatever you can on the that you have already deferred. So why do you not take this one here? Well, simply this one's too good, right? These 2 are too good, and these 4 are mandatory. And in addition, I would say majority of the times you actually get 4 rituals anyway. So this is a very mid-performing node. So this atlas tree here. Now, the main goal here is to maximize pack size. In rituals, from my experience, and thinking around rituals, I've done hundreds and not thousands by now. I find that pack size does actually increase the amount of tribute you get from ritual. So whether it's the packs that spawn on ritual or the packs spawned by ritual, I think that there's even a chance it double dips. Now, I don't know about rares. Rares are iffy. I like rares because in general, maps are more juicy with more rares. So I like to have 2 rares here. But you can drop these 4, these 2 points here, and precursor effect here, which I think is also very viable. If you want, you can drop this node here. So this gives more loot to your map overall, but it makes it harder. And it's up to you. So for maps, how do I roll my maps? Ooh, 10 div. So my maps are typically rolled like this. I forgot to oil these, but I got this one here. As an example, 9 is okay. So again, the goal here is full pack size, and I roll my maps, put 3 oils on. So I'll do an example. So 2 mods, Regal, Delirium. I take my oils here, and 1, 2, 3, pack size, boom. And then I always crop maps, because more often than not, doesn't really matter. T14, that's fine. T16, that's also fine. And the benefit here is that you get to maximize pack size, and you can also capture delirium mobs in the ritual. So I don't know if it's actually there, but you can see the delirium mobs spawning inside the ritual. And I think that might add to the total tribute count. Okay. So to run you down this example, from finding a mist to buying mist, I'll show you the steps I take across the 5 different maps and what I do. So here in the first map, I'm not buying anything, and I'm only going to defer until the last one, where I find a mist and I defer it. Great. So now it's saved in my ritual. Now we go to my next map. We can open it again. See it's here. I can buy it, but I won't. I'll defer it so I can get more rerolls to see more shops for more opportunities of the big items. So, quick tip: you can actually use your mouse while on controller to hover over items. And here we go, I defer again. So I get another reroll. And you can click on a reroll too. So click, accept, not there, no problem. Next one, we have the chance orb here. Actually, because this map is only 3k tribute or so, to defer the chance orb is low value because it costs money, but it doesn't give you much in return. On the second one, defer it, of course. Give you another reroll. So reroll again. We set it again. We're going to defer it one more time. Now, as we check through the shops, the price gets lower and lower, which means it's better and better to defer it. Because every single time you defer it, you're going to see one more shop. So here we defer, so reroll, see another offer. We defer the miss, but we do not defer the chance orb. So I'm at 1.2k, and it costs 300 to defer the chance. And if I reroll now, after doing the deferring the chance orb, I won't have enough. So now I'm at 487, and I could have missed something big, but I'll defer this, defer that, and defer this as well. And now get all 3 deferrals, even though I had only 1,000 points left. And on the last map here, I'm on Crypt, still got 4.2k points on Crypt of more maps. The focus is cheap, and I'll check through the rares, and since there's nothing good here, I will reroll. So reroll. I can buy it here, but I won't. I'll defer it. And situation. Because Chance Orb is very expensive, but low value, I won't defer it here, just in case I can buy it in the next reroll. So I'll check through the shop, nothing good. Reroll. Last shop, so no more rerolls. If I can buy it, I'll buy it. So now this is the opportunity to buy everything you can. And this is how you should approach buying out items from Ritual. And lastly, I have an example here where I have a shop with 2k points. I refresh 1.4. Nothing's interesting. So I will refresh one more time. And oh, there's an omen here. Annulment. It sucks, but it's the same as a whittling, which is like 5 div. And it costs 4k, but I only got 800. But I can still defer it because I have points left on the last shop. And that if that was annulment, sorry, a whittling, that would have been 5 more div. And that is basically everything about Ritual. If you're wondering how you get their points, there are 3 options. So you can just run your King of the Mists as they are when you get them. So believe it or not, King of the Mist plus 0 can drop you Ingenuity. So the EV on King of the Mists at level 0 is actually at least break even because you can get the belt. So if you can do the bosses yourself, it is not a loss to do bosses at plus 0 because the drop is available at plus 0. Now, if you're too weak and you need to carry, there are some people who offer you the points for 1 div or whatever. There are services out there. If you know, you know. Like, I'm not going to say anything about team fight tactics, but, you know, if you want to use those, you can use those. As I mentioned it one more time, the priority is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is pretty much it. I hope you enjoy it. And good luck finding omens, mirrors, and King of the Mists.